Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Astroneer. We're here on the launch screen because version 1.1.2.0 has been released. Actually, it came out a couple weeks ago by the time this video goes live, but it's the first time I've really taken a look at it. There was a live stream where I was part of the early flight test of this version, but they've ironed out some bugs and things like that. Nothing really new, but I wanted to make an actual video about it. But if you've already seen that live stream, you've kind of seen everything that's there. And the reason I'm here is because one of the new things that you can do from here, as I believe you can do this from here. Maybe I'm wrong. Ah, you can. Okay. So, before, if you wanted to preview suits and things, you just had to be in a game. But now they've added the ability before you even launch a game. So if you're joining a multiplayer, or if you are going to be creating a brand new game, you can just preview all your suits. I, of course, have all of them unlocked. And he's like, ooh, I love it. So all very cool. And you can even see like all the different colors. And you can also go all the way to the bottom and even try out your little dances and things like that. If you want to, see what they all do, you can even go through all of those. So it's kind of cool. So, I mean, there's quite a few dances there. I don't know what little kicks was. But, yeah, so, it's just a neat way for you to be able to customize everything before you go into the game. But I'm going to leave everything as is. And we're going to launch our normal game. And here we are in our save file. Sadly, solar system still broken. You can tell because if you hover the circle over it, none of the stars in the sky are moving. They give the illusion of movement because of the clouds, but they're not actually moving. Thankfully, right now, we do happen to be in daylight. The reason I'm right here is I kind of wanted to show you one of the changes. They're constantly working to rebalance the game, and I'll throw some footage up on the screen right now. You can see that Astroneer gives 1,000 bytes, and it takes, with full power, about 2.5 minutes for the research to get complete. I definitely took advantage of that recently. I have, oh God, 666. Oh no. I have a lot of bytes researched because I took my large rover to the core several times and kept bringing up 64,000 worth of bytes, and I was running a bunch of research chambers. I had them on these 4 platforms initially. You can see the leftover extras that we're going to get rid of here shortly because I don't need them anymore. But Astroneer now takes 25 minutes to research. So that's 1,000 bytes, and that's fine, but I found this research item in the core. These are just on the ground, slightly below the ground, and it's right here on Silva, so it's not even like the best ones. And look at that, I get 900 in only 8 minutes. That to me, it even though it's 100 less, it's way shorter. So if you have a bunch of those that you've brought up, since you can package them, if you can find 64 of them, you're going to get way more bytes in a much shorter amount of time. So I get the rebalancing that they're trying to do, but still a little disappointing to see that happen. Especially because, I essentially have, I'm in the wrong aisle here. If ever I needed suddenly, 40,000 bytes of research, I have it, but now it's going to take me significantly longer to get that accomplished. So whatever. But they also brought about some other changes, stability stuff, multiplayer stability especially, but there's 2 new items as well, all under the large category. One of which is the extra large platform C, which is 5,000 bytes and requires 2 iron and 2 steel. You may notice I have a lot of iron here, and that's for a project that I am about to start. And there at the bottom, when you research something, that pops up, and I kind of like that. That's new as well. So there's the extra large platform C, but there's also the new, what people are calling Big Chungus, the extra large shredder. And that requires 2 tungsten carbide and 2 steel. And wouldn't it just be handy if I happen to, I don't know, have those just laying around over here already on the printer ready to go? Would it also be convenient if I clicked the right printer? Yes, it would. So we're going to go ahead and print that extra large shredder, except something's in the way. What's in the way? Is it these guys? Yeah, it's this one right here. Now we can print it. There we go. And then I'm going to grab a couple of iron as well. What do I have sitting here? Just extra tungsten. Should I desire an extra large shredder? It almost makes it sound like it's... Anyways. I'm going to grab just a little bit more iron here so that we can also print some extra large platform Cs. Because what I would eventually want to do is just redo my base a little bit. Get rid of all of these smaller platforms that I have just laying around. Move the research chamber over to this side. Consolidate a bunch of stuff. Like I want to get the smelter and the soil centrifuge on one platform with some of these large storages in between them. And then do the same thing for the atmospheric condenser and the chemistry lab. Put them all on one. And then I can also move all of my power to just one platform and just kind of clean and tidy things up a little bit. But before I do any of that, what we're going to do is take the shredder out and just show you why they've released the extra large shredder. And to do this, we're just going to back up down here, go pick up a trailer. We're gonna take out the rover. Come on, there we go. And kind of show you what's what with this and what it can accomplish. I kind of forgot what I was saying mid-sentence there, so sorry. I don't know where that thought went, but it's gone now. So it does not fit on the back of that rover, but I don't want all this soil right now. So what I want to do is move this one to here and decouple these and put this one here, because the scrap will still automatically go onto open storage slots, just like it did when we would attach the large shredder. But now it requires a lot more space, because when they call this thing Big Chungus, there's a reason. It's huge. I mean, look at it printing there, and compare it to the large shredder just over there to the right. I mean, that is monstrous, gargantuan even. I mean, large shredder, extra large shredder. It's just so very impressive. So we'll let that finish printing, get it unpackaged, and get one of our large storages printing. But while that large storage is printing, we're going to head out and do some scrap collecting real quick, just to show you some of the cool stuff it can do. So unpackage it, and yeah, it's a massive beast. We're going to put that massive beast, we're going to try to put that massive beast right there. That's the back side of it, and it's ready to go. So thankfully it can still fit on a rover, so that you can still go out and collect scrap. So what kind of scrap can it get that this is, a necessary item? Well, a lot of the bigger things that were laying around, like I don't know if it can do like these wrecked platforms or not, but we're about to find out since there's one right here. I think it can. Oops, we gotta dig it out first though. So, it could always do little stuff like that with the other one, but I think this one, yeah. See, now you kind of clean up your planet and get rid of a lot of the bigger debris. And while that bigger debris is being chewed up, you can also put in some smaller stuff as well, and it'll take care of all that. Point at it, pick it up. There you go. So things like that can be picked up. I think, if I remember right, one of the other things that it can handle is just around the corner over here, kind of buried underground. So I just wanted to get rid of it, but I think I remember where it is. Sadly, stuff like that giant solar panel, the wrecked solar panel over there, it can't do things like that. But it can do some of the things that you find the research in. It can't do the base of it. I'm pretty sure there's one over here in the ground somewhere, because I see it pop up a lot. when I'm running around over here, but now I'm not going to be able to find it, am I? It's probably right there, actually. Yeah, there it is. So we'll grab that, because these, the top of the EXO research station aid, whatever they're called, things, can be shredded. The bases cannot. They're still gonna be trash laying around on your planet, but these guys can now be shredded. So as I very slowly walk this over, boy is it slow. Holy cow. Come on, we're almost there. Grab it. I could do the drag and drop thing, but I'm terrible with that. I always pick up the wrong thing. There we go. So now we can shred those as well. And supposedly, the wrecked rovers that we see lying around from time to time, those can be shredded now as well. I tried during the early flight test to pick them up, and I could never, ever actually pick them up. I love that I can just drive and shred at the same time. So handy. Where's all my scrap going anyway? Is it going all the way to the back right now? Yeah, it's going all the way to the back right now, which we've only generated 1 unit of scrap from that table and all that. That seems a little low, doesn't it? Anyway, supposedly these guys can be shredded now. I mean, the little tire has always been able to be shredded, and I've done that many, many times. But we'll get that. But see, I can't pick this up. Apparently, like, if you package it and then unpackage it, you can shred it. So let's go get some graphite here. I think I have some graphite that we can steal. I'm not sure. Like graphite not in use. If not, we'll just trade for some real quick. I do not have any. Well, what I'll do is, I don't even have any backup packages. I need all those for the next video. So let's just trade for some real quick. It's fine. We're making more scrap. So let's wait for the graphite to come back. And here comes our graphite. I'll be able to use that to make a packager. Whoops. It wasn't quite landed yet. Look at that over in the distance over there. A shredder even looks huge from a distance. It's kind of crazy. Packager. We want packager. Oh my gosh. Having everything unlocked takes a while. There we go. To scroll through everything. So we'll just jog back over here, avoiding all the holes I've left in the planet, and see if this is right. Like, I've just read this on the Astroneer Discord that you have to package it first, which seems kind of stupid to me because then you're just wasting graphite. But we'll see if this works. So package it, and then they say just immediately unpackage it so that you can pick it up. And yeah, they say it always comes with the seat. Well, sure enough, look at that. You can do it then. I don't know where that seat just went. I genuinely don't know where the seat just went. Okay, it just vanished. So, you know, that seems like a weird solution to me. It seems like you should just be able to pick them up. Like, I tried using the crane and the winch and everything and was never able to pick them up. That's the first time I've tried it having been packaged. Where did that seat go? Did it just, like, fall? Yep, there it is. It fell beneath. Alright, well, we'll grab that. You can finish chewing on this now. And we will shred the seat. But, anyways, that's what the extra large shredder does. Is it gives you the ability to shred just massive, huge items that have been cluttering the landscape. Apparently, that's been a request for a long time. You still can't do your own vehicles. So, you know, if you have like a tractor laying around that you don't want, well, there's no way to pick up a tractor, so you still can't shred a tractor. I don't believe it can shred shuttles. It takes a while to get through one of those rovers there. I still can't click this thing in there. Can't do shuttles, and I don't think I can do like my large storages that I have, like, you know, my big library of resources in. It can't do anything with that. And like that part of a space station over there that's crashed off in the distance, like right there, yeah, it can't do anything with those either. So, you know, there are still limitations. But you can get rid of a lot of stuff. Ooh, that was some weird lag that just happened. You can get rid of quite a bit of stuff that has been taking up space in your base if you want to. And then, of course, you know, if you do a big research binge and decide you don't want all of these research chambers sitting around and you don't want to repackage them and just leave them, well, in the trash they go. So you can get rid of those now as well. So it's kind of nice you can get rid of some of the bigger items. Like if I was done with my big hydrogen plant that you guys saw in the video to build the 1,000 strong hydrogen bomb, I would be able to shred all of those. Like you can just see them off in the distance. But we're actually going to be making more. We're going to double the number that we have, at least. Actually, the day I'm recording this in a live stream this same night, we're going to get started on a new project where I think that mountain right there is going to be our next target. I think it's going to be that mountain, that or one that's off in that direction. So it'll be kind of cool. And then I'm going to head over to that area in just a minute just to show you what I've been doing with that crater and what's to come with it. I've got some cool ideas for that. But for now, I want to get this new platform printing as well. Because, first we have to research it. I don't think I did I? Oh, I did. Okay. My bad. So we will switch to that big guy. I am in the way of it. Let's try again. No, something's still blocking it. Oh, okay. This is blocking it. So we'll unplug this for now. In fact, you can probably just say sayonara to the old shredder because we have the new big chungus. Don't need little chungus anymore. This out of the way, and now that can print. So very good, very good, very good. And these big items need a lot of space to print. I mean, look at the footprint of that thing. That's just where its feet are right now, or will it wind up going once it's expanded? So it's big, it's huge. It takes a lot of shredder, doesn't it? I'm not sure if you can shred these platforms or not. I may try one of them just to see if I can. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to clean up the base. Because if you remember right, way around the corner over here, I have like a bunch of unused platforms that I don't know, I doubt I'll ever use them for anything. And I've just kind of stacked them all up over here. I will wind up using these guys, these large storages. But like these large platform Bs, I've just got a bunch of them. And then I also have some of the large platform A, I think. I don't know. No, I guess I don't. I thought I did. Well, I guess not. And then I even have like some of the medium platform A's, like these little guys that I just don't need anymore. All of these medium storages will be needed for the upcoming project. There's some extra sulfur from the last project. Wow, that shredder is still shredding. Holy cow. The shredder quit making noise, and it's just the sound of the grinding instead of the motor now. We've gotten 8 scrap out of all the stuff that we've shredded so far, so I guess it's not too bad. Now 9, so let's see if we can scrap one of these tables. I have no idea if you can or not. Look how tiny the large shredder's gotten. It's almost gone. It's almost ceased to exist. It's so cute. It's a little miniature version of itself. It's still going, though. Holy cow. How much? Now it's super tiny. That's got to be the last phase, right? I mean, it's got to be about done. Oh, we got another scrap out of it. So that's cool. Ideally, I would think you should get enough scrap that you could trade for whatever it is you scrap. Yeah, you can't scrap a table. That's sad. So I'll have to repackage all those and put them somewhere. But for now, we're just going to stack them up over here and get them out of the way. Because this big guy, once it's done printing, which it's almost done, we're going to go over here and start redoing the power grid so that it takes up slightly less space. Probably going to leave this table here, but move it over some. And we'll actually, you know what? I'm going to replace it with something else. Come on, unplug. I'm not going to do an extra large platform here just because I don't need to. But we are going to... Come on, unplug it all. There we go. You got to unplug it all before those pins that are holding the feet down pop out. So we're going to put that there, and I'm going to grab this table that we had. It'll take a second to carry it over there. That's all right. And we're going to make this our new location for our research, right next to the shelter, because then it will also be able to hold the medium platforms that I store packaged research items in when I have them, because that's the best way to bring them back from a planet, because you can bring back double the amount. Plus, they only take up a single slot instead of a double. So we'll pop that out to about right there. Line it up roughly with where the plug is. Oh, I can't get it quite how I want it. Line up both those plugs roughly so they're in pretty much a straight line. I think that's got it. And that's pretty much got that one as well. So plug that guy in. Plug that guy in. And then move this. It's right there. And then, like I said, where we store research currently, can go right there, and we'll move the light. Actually, we'll just move this to the other side for now, because we have light coming off the shelter, so we don't need that. So we'll get that there, and then we'll unplug all of this stuff. I don't really want to unplug this though, so if I can leave that where it is, that will be good. But I can't pick it up, can I? I can. Good. We'll just try to get it out of the way. This is what's giving power. Oh, that's what I was afraid of. All right, well then let's just move it entirely. That's what's giving power to my little trophy collection over there, with all the triptychs from all the cores, which in the next video we will be getting started on getting the final one of those. And then it's also from there that runs out to the hydrogen farm. So we definitely got to get this reconnected. But for now, let's grab this big boy. And it is big. Look at that thing. It even comes in a big giant box. Get over there. That's nowhere near where you need to be. Whoops, I picked up a windmill instead. Alright, get this guy in place. Look how big that is. Holy cow, it's just huge. Alright, so then kind of line it up here with roughly where I want it, which is about there, I think. Let's unpackage it and see. It's a little off kilter. I want them to be roughly straight. They don't have to be as perfect as like a Commander Hobo base, but they still need to be pretty good. That'll work for me. So we'll put that there, and then see, now I can grab like all of my power and throw it over there. We will do this like kind of like the zebra balls to be pointing out to the front. Not zebra's balls. I used to play on Xbox with somebody named Midnight Zebra, and not looking to see his testicles here. And then that causes the windmills to crash through that. They're unimpeded. So there, everything except that giant solar panel, all my power creation is now right there, which that's kind of cool. I dig that a lot. And then hopefully I'll be able to go down in my tunnel and reconnect the extender. So I'm going to have to go in this direction though. So I don't remember exactly where that came up. So I'll get that taken care of real quick, and then we'll join back up here. So this is the little tunnel where my extenders run that allow me to get power from the base one side back over to the other. But I don't think that this one is going to reach to where I want it, is it? Well, it's right there at the edge. Oh, man. Can I move that one at all without unplugging it? Well, there goes that answer. So let's plug this one back in. I might need to go get one more extender. We'll plug it in. There you go. And then can you now reach? Are you close enough now? Oh, you had it. Come on. There we go. So that's got that all plugged in, but for some reason power... Oh, I know my power's not flowing. I did it the wrong direction. There we go. Will you plug in now? There we go. So now what I can do is run back to the little tunnel here. This is literally how that happens. It's not pretty or anything, but it's functional. Whoops, that's not the turn. This is the turn, and then find my way back out here. There's just an extra extender laying there, and that now has the trophy case repowered. You see, it just pops up out of the ground, and then all of that stuff's repowered. So I need to now just hide the hole again, because we don't need a hole from under the base just hanging out there. And for some reason, it's not working, so we will do this. Just make this kind of ugly, but it's okay. At least it covers up the hole. And then we'll go cover up the other hole. And then we're just going to do one more thing. I won't record the whole part, but I'm going to just restructure the base and show you kind of my new idea, or the idea for the new layout, and get it all going. The thing is, though, you may remember I mentioned the crater. That should stay plugged in. It did. I didn't put this in the route, though. I don't really need that, honestly. Because I don't need to worry about how much power I'm routing. Though I am going to need to increase power output here soon. Because once I get all of those... Why will you not go over farther? Why are you being so difficult? Whatever. I don't care. There you go. So this still allows me to monitor how much power I'm making right now. Making 14.5, and apparently I'm putting out -1 on the third one. Don't know why that says that. But with just my batteries, solar, and RTGs, I'm making 14 and some. What keeps bouncing around over here? Oh, there's still a hole under that. Okay. Let's repair that hole as well. Hopefully that thing doesn't go flying off into space. I've had that happen before when I dig under these guys. But, no, we're good. Okay, so, I'm going to cut here, and when we come back, you'll be at the upgraded version of my base. And here we go, almost an hour later, and the base has been slightly reinvented. It's still the same functionality. We've got the large shredder. Let's move that mouse. We got the large shredder over here with now the launch platform of the trade platform. And should you happen to send some things up into space and there's still a bit of stuff left on the trade platform, it will now all just jump over to there, all on its own. We have the printers over here to their own section, and I currently have this one empty on purpose because later tonight it's going to be getting used. However, the great thing is now you can just store the materials that you're going to need for printing on these, what will eventually be 8 medium storage. And all 3 printers can automatically pull from them. Also, the printers are arranged so that this one's printing back that way, this one prints over to the side, and this one prints to the front. So none of them will ever get in each other's way. So this guy can print his large objects, no problem. There's plenty of room up here for the largest of large. I've already checked. And the other 2 can print just fine. Solar panel moved up just a little bit so it can catch the sunset. And then for soil extractor, it starts here. I can now, since I always have that on the back of my rover when I go get soil, it's just a matter of taking it off, dropping it on there, no moving each individual panel. Though it does do weird things with the empty canisters. It doesn't quite put them back. And what's really cool is, let's say, you know, that for the case of the project we're going to be doing during tonight's live stream and over the next several weeks, I need to smelt a lot of one thing that's coming off this soil centrifuge. Well, that soil centrifuge is now going to automatically dump it right to where the smelter can then turn around and pick it up. So, you know, if I wanted to go ahead and get this making more organic, which we're going to need more organics, we're going to need a lot more steel, that can happen, and it will just drop all those there, and then when all that organic gets smelted that's back there, it will just keep going and pick all these up. So it works really well. Atmospheric condenser is here, where its gases will be output, and other gases from other planets are stored. And then the items that are being smelted, it looks like I'm missing a storage there. Oops. The items that are being smelted will just wind up grabbing, or not smelted, being put through the chemistry lab, will just be pulled from here, and when they're done, they'll jump over to there where they need to be. It's not going to work perfectly right now just because I interrupted what was going on, but it kind of condenses everything down a little bit, makes a bit of automation possible, and it all works really well, I think. And I don't know, I like the looks of it. I know that it looks more full now because of all of these large storages with the medium storage sticking up off of it, but that's okay. I mean, this is my big production base. However, the big production base might move in the future, and I'm going to show you where to. You're going to just ignore all this stuff sitting on the rover for now. Those are just the leftover canisters of gases that I had, and I kind of wanted an even number over there when I was starting on things. But you may remember the big giant crater. How could you forget the big giant crater? Well, that big giant crater now has its own little driveway and everything. And we're going to head over there because I'm going to show you what I'm thinking about. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do this or not. I don't know what that big drilled out bit is about. I don't remember doing that, but whatever. This land has become quite treacherous, hasn't it? Oops. But, I'm considering maybe doing something really cool with this crater. You can kind of already see an icon peeking up out of the crater there. These two blue beacons over here, whoops. These two blue beacons over here indicate to me where the ramp to get down here is. That's why they're there, so that they can just mark that off. I drilled this ramp with this rover. And then down here, I have completely smoothed all of this off. I know it's really hard to see here in the dark, but this is the bottom of our crater. You can still see the large storages are hanging out up there. You can see the one that fell. This is where the hydrogen bomb went off. Yes. And what I have tucked away in a corner, if I can get turned around here, is a shelter. And one, I think it looks really cool. Even in the daytime, it's still really dark back there, so it just kind of glows. But I'm thinking I might be able to get my entire base in here. Maybe not just in the big opening here, but I could use like some of these smaller caves off to the side for maybe storage and power and things like that, so they're not right out in the open, and then just use extenders underground. You know, I could flatten all this out over here, but that is still down the road. It's still in the planning phases. I can't get back up. Oops, I'm stuck. I haven't quite figured out exactly how that's going to work out just yet. I really don't know how I'm going to get back up there. But I'll figure it out in the days and weeks to come, exactly how I want that all to function. Okay, I can't get through this way at all, so I'm just going to have to build a ramp. But anyways, guys, that's what I'm looking at doing to try to just get a new base. You know, we've got this crater. We may as well use it, right? I'm surprised I cannot jump up that. There we go. Now I can. And I think it would just make a really cool base. I might wait until the creative pack of the game update comes out so that we can do true flat and things like that and build some really cool walls and things down in here. But I just think it'd be a really cool place to have a base, so that's why there is a shelter down here with a tool that I need to take back to my main base for now. Plus, I love that when I'm down here, it plays the cave biome music, because I'm in a cave, even though it now has a sunroof. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.